Not guilty on all counts. That's the verdict that was handed down today in a Sioux Falls murder case. Dylan Farmer was accused of first and second degree murder in the death of Casey Schaefer in 2024. Now, this is the third 2024 murder where a jury handed down the same verdict. In January, a jury found the defendant in the stabbing death of 25-year-old Aiden Quickbear not guilty. And in mid-December, a jury found the defendant in the March 2024 death of 28-year-old Richard Sowers not guilty as well. Tonight, KELOLAND's Lauren Solich brings us thoughts from the Sioux Falls Police Chief John Toom and Minnehaha County State's Attorney Daniel Hager on this trend.
Following the not guilty verdict in a third 2024 homicide case on Friday, Toom and Hager sat down with KELOLAND News.
These are the most difficult cases. The easier cases that could go to trial, those end up in a plea. So when we have these homicides that can be close cases, they're the ones that the juries have to make that decision on.
And Toom says 3 not guilty verdicts in 3 months is not common.
You look through the years of our closure rate on homicide cases. There's very few that we haven't solved or been able to present a case for prosecution on. But again, we also look at in 24 and 25 or 27 homicides. We pushed our team to the limits. We pushed the state's attorney's office to the limits. And so the volume, right? We're not going to talk about a lot of the ones that were pled or that received those convictions. But again, these cases, as the state's attorney said, are difficult. And there are ones that are just simply, going to end up with a result like this.
They also point out the necessary component of beyond a reasonable doubt that jurors have to look for when deciding a verdict.
When we put 12 people in a room, the definition of reasonable doubt changes from person to person, and it's a very human component that was designed intentionally by the architects of this system.
Each jury is different, and so they're going to look at different things. You have some that would say, well, I didn't like the objections because I felt like I didn't get to hear everything. Some will say, well, I really wanted to see that DNA evidence. Each jury is different, and again, that's where we'll always respect their decisions, but there's a lot of work that goes into these cases. And so if it's 3 not guilties, if it's 3 guilties, we're always going to look for ways that we can improve, that we can be good partners and make sure that we are pursuing justice.
In Sioux Falls, Lauren Solich, KELOLAND News.
In January, charges in a different Sioux Falls homicide were dismissed before even making it to trial. That case stems from back to April of 2025 when 45-year-old victim was found dead in an apartment complex near 41st Street and Marion Road. And next week, a jury is set to be picked in another Minnehaha County homicide. In that case, Jubal Rattler is accused of pushing 39-year-old Doris High Elk off a wall near the 8th Street Bridge last summer.